this exact video is going to change your life. So do you feel that the entire year has crossed by and you had dreams in the beginning of the year but you did not achieve them and you're just letting these last 2 months slip by? If that's the case, then this video is gonna resolve this for you in a way that not only you get everything that you desire throughout the year, but more. Moreover, it's gonna break that mentality of yours which thinks that, okay, it's fine that 2024 just went by. In 2025, I'm gonna show up as the best version of myself. Did you know that 76% of people who start working on their goals in December are more likely to achieve them than the people who start in January? And we're in November right now, so you get a grace period as well. I'll give you my own example. Last November and December of 2023, I dedicated those 60 days for my inner growth, for my mindset reprogramming, and I use that for my business, for my lifestyle, and the possibilities that I attracted. Here's everything that happened in last 2 months. I generated around $15,000, which were more than what I was anyway expecting to earn during the year. I got invited to speak in Australia. I left Delhi, I left India, and I moved to Australia. And then after that, I moved to Bali. I made the best of the friends, best of the international connections. And in fact, I also stayed in the most beautiful, luxurious stays. All of that in 2 months. 2 months can not only change that year, but rest of your life, because it all snowballs into bigger and bigger things. And that's why this year was more geared up, because I had set the foundation in the last 2 months of the last year. So this is your chance to literally change not only a year but your destiny. In this video, you're going to learn 4 things. Number one mindset shift that turns these 2 months into the most productive period of your life. Number 2, how I created everything I wanted for the entire year in just 2 months and even more. Number 3, my golden 3-step framework to make the most out of these 2 months and achieve everything you want and more. And number 4, how to set 2025 up for success. Loads and loads of success. So by the end of the video, you will know exactly what you want, what to do about it, how to change your mindset, and you will have complete confidence in yourself that you will be able to do that. Before we get into the 3-step framework, I want to put this seed in your mind. Imagine that November and December were the first 2 months of 2024. Would you treat it the same way? Would you have the same mentality about it? Wouldn't you be more focused and mindful? Wouldn't time feel even more expansive and longer? So treat these 2 months quite similarly. Be mindful of it, know what you want, and have that excitement and surety that it is going to happen. Because when you change the lens from which you look at these 2 months, your output also changes. So by giving in 1 input, you will be getting in 5x output. Okay, so let's get into this 60 days framework. So let's get into it now. Step number 1, value foundation. Start getting clear about what matters to you and what are your values. Based on that, you will be able to create a life which is more meaningful to you, it is more true to you. So make a list of 10 values. For example, joy, freedom, effortlessness, expansion, contribution. Well, these are my top 5 values. I want to make a list of 10 values. And if you're not able to sort of get an idea about it, just go through different areas of your life and ask yourself, what do I love the most to have in these areas of my life? So in romantic relationship, it could be love. So love will be part of your list. Now, I want you to scan through the entire list and circle those top 5 values that give you the most excitement and you feel most called towards. Now you'll write down these 5 values somewhere where you can see them every day. Your bathroom mirror or your kitchen or anywhere, or in fact put it everywhere wherever you spend the most time. So it will remind you that anything that you're building to make your life reflect of these values. Step number 2, habit revolution. Now that your values are set, you are going to do an audit of your current habits. We're going to write down all the habits that you have right now, good, bad, ugly, everything goes in there. Then you're going to check, do these habits align with your values? For example, I had set a value of having incredible physical health. And then I made a list of habits that I have. It was an eye-opening thing because I realized that my habits don't even match my values. And it was surprising for me because I realized that my habits, current habits, they do not even align with the value of having incredible physical health. Awareness is so much better than not knowing at all, you know. Now you're going to make a list of habits that align with your values. For example, I wrote in my journal that I'm gonna have protein at least in one meal. I'm gonna walk 10k steps every day. I'm gonna wake up early, and I made a list of all these things. So make a list of new habits that you're gonna incorporate in your life. And please do not try to make drastic changes in your life. Start really small, because getting momentum in that small habit is gonna create way more for you. Step number 3 is mindset mastery. So now we're gonna rewire your brain to not only align with your values, but also start seeing your new habits as normal so that you can actually function that way. How do we rewire? The easiest way is to change the kind of questions you ask. For example, instead of thinking, oh, why is my life so bad? Why am I so slow? Why am I lazy? Why don't things work out for me? You're going to use same mental power, same mental energy to ask different sort of questions which are more empowering, and they lead you to places where you want to go. For example, what have I already created that is going to compound itself in the coming time? Number 2, what is that 1% step that I can take today? Number 3, what is my intention and why does it matter to me? These questions are going to reshape your mental patterns, making your mind an ally of yours instead of an obstacle. Now I'm going to give you 2 methods to actually progress in your journey. First is feel good method. Now let's talk about goals. You're going to make a list of new goals which are not too big, not too small. So they should be exciting enough, but they shouldn't overwhelm you. And the easiest way to do that is by setting goals for the progress and the process rather than the outcome. Now, there's nothing wrong with setting goals for the outcome, but setting goals for the progress and the process is much faster. It gives you output much faster. For example, instead of setting goals that I'm gonna lose 10 kg in 2 months, you can set goal for the process, which could be I'm gonna walk 5k steps every day for the next 1 week or 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna make that 7k steps or 10k steps. Now you know exactly what to do. You have a tracker. And it feels really good when you're actually doing those things that you said you will do. Naturally, in the process, of course, you're going to lose weight. So it's even more satisfying to see not only you were taking off your process goals, but then you were also getting so many results out of it. Second method is progress recognition. A lot of my clients tell me that they always feel that they're starting from scratch, and that's very discouraging. The reason for that is that you have actually created a lot in your life, but you have not acknowledged it. It's getting done, but it's not getting registered in your mind that, yo, I have already achieved that. And one disadvantage of that is that it's not getting used in something that you're now creating. So it's like you're sitting on your skills, talents, assets, and you're not actually using them. And you're constantly thinking that, oh, I need to start from scratch. I need to start building from zero. So what you will do is you will make a long list. I'm going to give you a challenge, list of 100 things that you have done so far in your life. All the skills, all the amazing offers you've gotten, all the money you've made, relationships, connections you've made, everything goes in this list. So this will give you a sense of accomplishment even before you've started the new year. And this will fill up your bucket of self-confidence and trust. So now you're all set to make the most of the last 2 months, which are the golden months of the entire year. Now we're going to shift gears to 2025. We also want to put the seeds for 2025 and its successes already. So before we get into setting a vision for 2025, let's look at the lessons we can learn from this year or the last year. For example, the goals that I've set for next year are so much more evolved than the goals that I had set last year for this year. For example, last year when I made my desired money, I spent all of it on amazing luxury stays. That's something that I needed and wanted at that time. It was like a reward for me that Yuvika, you did it. For 2 years, you did not spend at all on yourself, and now you deserve the best. This year, I have different goals, which is to invest in assets which can create more cash flow, right? So this is a learning I got from auditing the December of last year, right? 2023. You're going to look at the last 2 months of the last year. You could look at this entire year. You're going to make a list of lessons you learned and the things that you're going to do differently. Second thing that you're going to do for 2025 is you're going to write down what do I want 2025 to feel like and look like. So don't wait for the next year to start. Already start getting creative with your envisioning and start noting things down. For example, the intentions that my clients are setting, like 2025, there's more cash flow, more passionate work, more audience, so just like there's no end to what you can wish for and work towards in this life. I've been creating businesses since a while, and I just absolutely love working with entrepreneurs and working professionals who are getting into entrepreneurship as a mindset shifting coach, because that gives me the opportunity to shape somebody else's minds according to what they want in life. Since we've come up with an incredible program, it's called Power Group. We're going to select only 4 people, and we're going to thoroughly and deeply work on their goals. Not only the goals that they will set in the program, of course, that will be done, but laying a foundation so that they can create those goals, they can achieve those things again and again and again. If you're interested in that, then click on the link in description and book a free call with me. We have a pre-qualification process. So if you qualify, we'll actually get on a call and discuss the same. And if you haven't joined our free WhatsApp community yet, do so now. We have conversations going on every day about progress, money, happiness, love, relationships, successes, and we even do free sessions once a week. So you can join those too, so that you can create more momentum for your 2024 to finish on the best foot ever, so that you can make a video like this one, sharing your success story with people so that they can get inspired by you. This is Yuvika, sending you a lot of love, wealth, and light. Mwah.